We're on day 61 on Road to a Million. Today, all I really did, had my last like one-on-one sync with my old manager, director, which I told him I was like, part of me believes that he saw my potential or he sees what I'm capable of and how I was able to climb the corporate ladder as quickly as I did. And he was like, you know what, this kid, he doesn't fit in here. Like, he did what he needed to do. It was great having him here. We loved having him here. It's just he needs to go off and do his own thing. He needs to go build his own thing because he has the skill set, he has the information, he has the knowledge, he has the work ethic, he has the drive to be able to do something like that. So we're going to give the promotion to these other two people that have been at the company for 8-9 years because we know that myself, he isn't going to be here for that long because he wants to make more money than the CFO at the company makes. And if that's the case, like there's no way that he's going to want to stay here. We'd rather promote somebody into that role that is going to stay at the company, because some people I've come to realize like they're happy just working the status quo. They're happy just doing the day in and the day out and going to work and just like they're happy with that type of thing. Whereas like me, myself, like I need a challenge. I need something hard. That's why I do so much bike riding. Or that's why I've done so much time on personal development and meditation and building Legos and yoga and camping and running and I guess fitness as well. So it's like there's all these things that I do because I genuinely like the challenge and I like going one step at a time. It's why I walk so much. It's why I do all the things that I do. And I had to remind myself that today through this anime called Vinland Saga. I ended up making a short, just like 2-minute video essentially of the just like, hey, just one tree at a time. Like they took down a whole forest to be able to plant wheat. It took them 3 years to be able to do that. So I just had to remind myself, it's like, all right, just take one step at a time, one tree at a time, like one stroke at a time. Like I don't have to eat the whole pie. And then one of my other friends gave a reference of like, oh, you try to give them the whole loaf instead of just a single piece of bread. And I was like, yeah. So I'm trying to work on that instead of just like brain dumping everything onto you. I'm like, let's just take one step at a time, do one little process, and just kind of work our way up from there. So that's why it's like when I released a video on one of my other channels, is I send it over to a couple of people, I get their feedback, and then from there, I implement that feedback into the next video, and then so on and so forth and so forth. Because that's what I did with the sales calls. If I was to say, just release one video every single day, or like if I was going to wait for everybody's feedback or review, then I would never actually get the video out because I'd just be waiting for somebody's feedback, and then somebody would give it a tweak and 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 a tweak. And that's what happened in the government job, was like we'd make some adjustments and then we'd send it over to somebody else and it's like, oh wait, actually we want you to change this. And it's like, we already changed all these other things that you wanted. And it's like, yeah, we want this. So we had to like set into like a process where it's like, all right, they only get like 3 revisions. And then at that point, it's like, all right, it's done. It's finalized. Like there's no more additional feedback, because there's always going to be something. There's always going to be room for improvement, which is something that I kind of just realized. There's always going to be room for improvement. There's always going to be room to grow. There's always going to be something that can be just tweaked just a little bit, just to make it a little bit better. It's just, I've come to realize like I just have to get content out there. I set to post and stay consistent with it. That's why we're already on day 61, which is crazy to think like that this was started 2 months ago. That's insane. Like March is tomorrow for you guys. For me, it's October 12th right now because, like I said, just I wanted this to start off for somebody that was wanting to start out their year in 2024, to be able to have like a blueprint of like, hey, this is what you can do every single day to be able to get to 1 million, or just to be able to change your life around and just kind of have some sort of like trackability to realize that like there are bumps in the road, but as long as you keep going and you stay consistent with it, it will build into something that you can truly be proud of. So that's why I post these videos every day. And that's why today it was just mainly, it was a day of editing, went on like maybe an hour and a half, 2-hour walk or so. Tonight I might listen to a podcast, or I might watch like a documentary or a movie. We'll see. Maybe meditate as well. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta figure that out. And then that's pretty much about all I did today, was just lots of editing. Which the video that I released was actually just made me feel good. It made me feel really good. It was like, wow, okay, there is something to this. There is like a community of people out there that are wanting to be on camera, that are wanting to have that positivity, that just, I guess, they want to see gratitude, I believe. And I don't think there's much of that going around. So that's why it's like I just try to be grateful for every day that I have, because I never know when the last day is going to be, which is really sad to think and say out loud. It's just, it's part of life. And I wasn't trying to take this video in a morbid direction. It's just something that I think everybody needs to understand is like, we're all going to die. I can't worry about the opinions of somebody else, because at the end of the day, it's my life and I might as well be happy with who I am and what I do. And that's why the statement "I am" is probably one of the most powerful words that I've ever come to realize. And I hope that one day all of you who watch these videos can come to that same realization. And if not, then that's perfectly okay. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Hopefully these videos have been useful for you guys, and just kind of showing you the work and the process of what's involved with starting up like a successful YouTube channel, a business, just going through the rigmarole of, say, leaving a corporate job that's paying me six figures to be self-employed, to be able to create content like this every single day. And that's why like I'm starting to join communities and find other areas where I can like network with people online, because like I've been really good at doing it out in public in person. So I'm like, let's actually try to do it as well via the internet as well. So that's why I like create a Discord channel for me to be able to connect with people online that are also in like smaller communities, and possibly be able to partner up with other channels that have more subs that are kind of in like the same niche area that I am as well. And that's why I've been commenting on a lot of other people's videos, which I did that on Instagram before. I never really did it on YouTube when I've tried to do this in the past, because I was like, oh, Instagram, because I wanted to see how it's weird. And it's kind of funny, I guess. But I was posting a lot of stuff on Instagram because I was like, that's where everybody's going to see me. That's where I'm going to prove how much better I am than they are and how I've been able to improve. And that was just my ego. Like, I just wanted to be better, because I always felt, I guess, like nothing when I was in high school and middle school. Not so much middle school, more high school. And then kind of part of college, I started to feel that way as well, too. It was just like, I didn't feel, I was ostracized in a sense for, I guess, being kind of a smart kid, somebody that never really studied and just got in and out and just kind of lived a very isolated life, essentially, in a sense. Like, I had some friends, but I also didn't have a lot of friends, because I didn't know how to really make friends, because I never saw my parents with friends. I did, but I didn't. Like, it's a weird thing. But yeah, like, I got friends now, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Just lots of editing today. Joined some groups, chatted with some people on Discord, or tried to at least chat with some people on Discord. Still don't really get Discord all that much, trying to figure that out. And then, yeah, we'll see what I do for the rest of the evening. But hope you guys have a good, happy March, and I'll see you guys on day 62.